An ambush. Brigands descend upon the company and butcher most of the men. You are left in command now, and you order a hasty retreat to save what few men remain. Your employer promised riches to slay the brigand leader, so you hire a few farmers reeking of dung and urine and thrust spear and shield into their calloused hands. The brigands have archers, so you order your men to stand fast, raise their shields and advance slowly. You lose a good man, but this wins you the battle. Victorious, you take your pay to a larger city, expand your ranks, and acquire new steel and armor. You'll make this company known throughout the land. As you battle from the snowy north to the deserts in the south, your men gain experience, and you mold them into hardened mercenaries, each an expert for a different weapon. But as your ranks grow, so do your problems. One of your men, a drunkard, just lost his weapon. You have him flogged, so he never drinks again. But this leaves him bitter and frustrated. And then, a green-skin horde invades. As a tide of destruction sweeps over the land, there's good coin to be made for a mercenary company such as yours. Fame and fortune await.
Hey there, dear YouTube audience, and welcome to a new series on my channel. I'm, of course, the one that loves you out there the most. It's the Love Giant. We are going on an epic adventure in this one, as this is the inaugural episode of my first run in Battle Brothers, my dear friends. There is a lot. Like, this game is like probably the most in-depth, like, board game based kind of tactical RPG that you can find anywhere. But before we head into the game, because there's just so much, and I'm a complete noob to this game. I haven't played it much, but I have watched many videos to actually prepare myself for this one mentally and physically. We're just gonna hop onto the Steam store page first and see what we can gather about the game. And actually, we don't even have to read the little introduction thing. This game has 28,328 reviews overall, and 88% of those are positive, which is, you know, amazing. There are some people who don't understand how board game based RTS games work, because, you know, I can only sing the highest praises of this game from what I've seen so far, and I think this is gonna go on, and I think people that don't give this game a good rating have no idea what good game design actually is. This game has 9 DLCs, and I think I actually have every single one. So let's check this out about this game. So this is basically also how the artwork basically looks. Battle Brothers is a turn-based tactical RPG which has you leading a mercenary company in a gritty, low-power medieval fantasy world. You decide where to go, whom to hire or to fight, what contracts to take, and how to train and equip your men. In a procedurally generated open world campaign, do you have what it takes to lead them through bloody battles and to victory? Probably not. The game consists of a strategic world map and tactical combat layer. On the world map, you can freely travel in order to take contracts that earn you good coin, find places worth looting, enemies worth pursuing, or towns to resupply and hire men at. This is also where you manage, level up, and equip your Battle Brothers. Once you engage a hostile party, the game will switch to a tactical map where the actual fighting takes place as detailed turn-based combat, which basically plays on it's like a hexagonal kind of thing, you know, the combat. But the thing is, as I mentioned, you know, this is not like a Skyrim kind of power fantasy kind of trip where you are the center of attention. It doesn't matter. When you are in the north side of the map and do your thing there, things happen everywhere, you know? And the thing is, like, you can play as a good guy, you can make contracts, you can befriend, like, towns and, you know, factions, because every town is, like, you know, tied to a faction. Or you can just, you know, take a contract and then, you know, I want to get paid up front, and then never to the contract. Obviously, they will notice that once you do that. There are like trading caravans that go between like the city to resupply the city, and you can actually just, you know, hijack them, which will send like obviously also people at you, like soldiers, because, you know, they're gonna get like guarded if you do that multiple times. So like, you know, it's make your own adventure basically, which is fucking amazing. But more features we have here. Manage a medieval mercenary company in a procedurally generated open world. I think the closest one is actually Jack the Lions, where you can compare this to, sorta. Fight complex turn-based tactical battles with historical equipment and brutal injuries. Permadeath. All characters that die in combat will stay dead, unless they return as the undead. You can play as a necromancer. All characters come with their own background stories and traits. Want a stuttering rat catcher, a greedy witch hunter, or a drunkard disowned noble? We choose that. Character development without a restrictive class system. Each character gains experience through combat, can level up and acquire powerful perks. Lovely. Equipment that matters. Different weapons create unique skills. Split shields with axes, stun enemies with maces, form a spear wall with spears, or crush armor with a warhammer. Or you get a flail, try to swing it at an enemy's head and just decapitate them. Diverse enemy roster. All enemies have unique equipment, skills, and AI behavior. A dynamic event system with atmospheric encounters and tough decisions outside of combat. I definitely love that. 3 late game crises. A war between noble houses. A greenskin invasion, orcs. An undead scourge. Add a looming threat. And I think we have to do that. 2 full hours of orchestral soundtrack. You also hear that, or already hear that in the background. 70 Steam achievements and Steam trading cards. Also about us. And I realized that Overhype Studios is an independent game developer from studio from Hamburg, Germany. That's why the town name sounds so German. We are devoted to making great games that we want to play ourselves. With Battle Brothers, we strive to reflect the creativity, complexity, and originality from the old days when game developers were passionate gamers. Let's go. Not corporate businessmen. I never read this. This is exactly awesome. While doing this, we took a lot of inspiration from some of the best games out there. The original XCOM, Warhammer Shadow of the Honored Rat, and Jack the Lions. There you go. A Metacritic score of 80. This, this sentence right here, I already love these guys. Fuck yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. So with that being said, you know, I'm gonna explain a lot more when we actually head into the game. And I think this is exactly what we're going. So let's jump right into Battle Brothers. So here we are, Battle Brothers. We play on the Legends mod. And we start up a new campaign. And right at the beginning, we can pick a campaign. What, sorta. A company origin. And all of these give you different traits. You see, there is a fucking lot. This one obviously strikes my fancy because I love necromancy. But you know, we start off obviously with the tutorial, which is right here. But just to give you an example, for instance, we can play Southern Mercenaries. You and your small band of mercenaries have done the dirty work of small-time merchants for years, yet you are barely a step above brigands. You want to be bigger than that. You want it all, and the glider will reveal the way to you. A quick start into the southern part of the world without any particular advantages or disadvantages. So basically, you just start out in the south of the map, for instance. But there's also like other stuff like... wait, where is it? I want to show you something in particular that I know about. Oh yeah, actually, this is pretty good. Peasant Militia. It started as a ragtag militia made up of anyone brave or desperate enough to volunteer for defending their homes, but has grown into a small army. An army that needs to be fed each day. So this one is just like a start, you know, at the start. It like changes it up, the origin. Obviously, that's why it's an origin. You have Peasant Army. You start with a roster of 12 poorly equipped peasants. So you have 12 people immediately from the get-go, because I think you start out with 6, depending on what origin you take. You have Human Wave. Take up to 22 men into a battle at once with no need to build renown. You have 30 peasants. You can... Oh, that's the downside. You can only hire low-born peasants. Lose reputation with nobles faster. We're going to see how that pans out. Obviously, you can't get anyone that is like a noble or better than a peasant. You can't hire them, but you can take multiple ones with them. Cannon fodder. You also have reduced scaling. Each member of your company only counts for 2/3 of a person in scaling. And you have class warfare. Each person you hire gains a hatred of nobles. So the more you have, the more the noblemen hate you. That's just like, you know, for the... Just so you get an idea, basically, on what this is. But there's one in particular that I want to show you that also highlights this perfectly. I mean, you see how many different things there are. Manhunters is kind of interesting. You have cultists, which give you like also... They also basically, like nobles hate you. Same for slaves. For slaves, actually, is also cool. You lead a group of slaves trying to escape their cruel fate, but you cannot run forever. Can you keep your band intact and start a new life as mercenaries? You have escapees. Start with 5 escaped, indebted, and find others held in captivity. You have brothers in chains. Your newly found family of indebted are stronger together and gain skill based on how many you field. And you have downtrodden and discarded. Good relations with any faction decay 15% faster, and bad relations recover 15% slower. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think there are also slave masters, basically, that randomly can show up and try to hunt you down. You also see the difficulty up here. But we start with... I thought this was kind of the same, but we start with a tutorial so we get an idea on how the game works. You are second in command in a mercenary company that has been tracking a brigand named Hoggard for some time now. An unexpected turn of events leaves the company in shatters, and you in charge to rebuild it to its former glory. Recommended for new players as it includes some helpful guidance at the beginning. Sorry. And we are going to be doing that. So, we have a company name, and as a big Walking Dead fan, we're just going to name ourselves the Saviors. And we can also choose a banner, and all of them have been made from scratch. This one was kind of cool because I love me some bows, obviously. This will be pretty close, I think, to the Saviors. There's some really good ones. Not sure if I have to censor this. Probably not. Let's take our time. This is good for the Saviors too. I mean, it's kind of like an eagle thing. That's pretty sick. Some of these are obviously like really good for necromancers. I think this is Cthulhu. Sort of. Oh, this is also kind of sick. This is kind of like Ouroboros. Okay, so these are all the ones that we have. This is like Rome, kind of, probably with the twigs here. But I think... I think we're gonna go with this. I love a flail. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go with the other one that struck my fancy. Actually, we're gonna take this. We're gonna take this. So now we can choose our late game crisis. We have nobles at war. The first late game crisis will be a ruthless war for power between noble houses. If you survive for long enough, the following ones will be chosen at random. So this is like the first first late game crisis that we have. I think they just add like after we can choose one, and then the next one is gonna be random, whatever it will be. We have also the green skin invasion. The first late game crisis will be an invasion of green skin hordes, Jesus Christ, threatening to sweep away the world of man. If you survive for long enough, the following ones will be chosen at random. We have the Undead Scourge. The first late game crisis will be the Ancient Dead arising again to take back that was once theirs. The thing is, I know that when, like, they will all attack settlements, obviously, and I know for undeads, they can overtake a city, and if you don't help and they take it over, they can build a not a cathedral. What was it? Not a crypt, but you know, their own little thing there, basically, their own necropolis. So that could be a thing. Greenskin invasion. I don't know if they just like literally kill everyone. Probably. And then we have Holy War. Will be a holy war between northern and southern cultures. You know what? I know that the guys in the north, obviously, you know, Skyrim based. You see it also in the beautiful art in the back. I fucking hate the north at this point because of Skyrim, you know. So Holy War would be kind of interesting. Oh, we can add permanent destruction. Cities, towns, and castles can be permanently destroyed during a late-game crisis, and having the world go down in flames is one of the many ways you can lose your campaign. This is a tutorial, so we're gonna enable that because obviously, you know, I want to make this in different seasons. So if we inevitably lose, I want to start up with the next season and then we start with a different origin. I think we're gonna go with Holy War. Yeah, we're just gonna, you know, hang around in the south most of the time, I think. Let's go. The south. Do it. I mean, in real life, America and stuff, north, obviously, but you know, in this case, hell yeah. So we can also change the economic difficulty. And we see basically what it does at the beginning difficulty. We're going to start with beginner because we learned the game, right? Okay. The world is mostly at peace and has been for several generations. Many goods are that now we enter the fray and we have south versus north. All right. Many goods are plentiful and life is fruitful for most. Prices are 5% better than normal and you will gain a base plus 10% from contract payments. Quantity of recruits is doubled and deserters will give their equipment to the company stash when they leave. Recommended for players new to the game. Or have played vanilla at all. Yeah. Then we have starting funds. We have that at high. You'll start with more crowns, stash space, and resources of your chosen story origin. We have combat difficulty at beginner. We all start somewhere. Yeah. Enemy scaling rarely matches your own company strength 1-to-1, often giving you an advantage in battles. Your fighters will gain bonus experience and retreating them from battle is easier and less risky. You have a slight base positive hit chance modifier while your enemies have a negative one. Sounds good. We can also play in Iron Man mode, which I will. Not recommended in Legends Beta. I think we play in normal Legends. Only a single save will exist for your company. And the game is automatically saved during the game and on exiting it. Losing the whole company means losing the save. Not recommended in while Legends is in beta due to possible save corruptions. Note that on weaker computers... Okay. Actually, I'm not going to do that because, you know, I want to... This is a playthrough, you know, and I want to save whenever I want to. The thing is, like, Iron Man mode obviously gives you only one save, but we can restrict ourselves by doing that. The thing is, you can save scum, which basically means, like, you save before you take a contract, for instance, and then you fight against something that completely outmatches you, and then you can just and then you can lose the battle and just, you know, load the save because you lost too many people and stuff like that. We're not gonna be doing that, you know, because this is just season 1 of many to come. Unexplored map. An optional way to play the game where the map is entirely unexplored and is not visible to you at the start of your campaign. You'll have to discover everything on your own, which makes your campaign more difficult, but potentially also more exciting. Only for experienced players that know what they're doing, which we are not. Let's start the game. And we have more due to the Legends mod. We can switch out some stuff here. We have landmass ratio. Minimum 10 to water ratio for an acceptable map. Default is 50. Going either extremes on the slider can result in map never getting generated. We have water impacts how much of the map is water. We have snowline. Obviously, we have settlements, which we can scale up to 27. We're gonna go regular one. 3 fractions. That's a little bit less. Maximum number of factions to try and generate. Depending on map size, this may not add all the factions on the slider. Well, yeah, I'll keep it there. It's alright. Decked out citadels. If enabled, every citadel will start. That's the thing that undeads, basically, when an undead invasion takes place and they take over a settlement. If enabled, every citadel will start with all those building attachments, map scummers, and re-rolling for. What? If enabled, every citadel will start with all those building attachments. Map scummers are re-rolling for. I guess that's unfair. I don't know. All trade buildings available. If enabled, ensures there is at least one of each trade location building on the map. No idea what it is, so we're just not gonna enable it. Show entire map. Nah, I'm good. Okay, we apply that. And actually, we have campaign options also. This is so much. That Battle Sisters is enabled. Most backgrounds will be randomly assigned male or female. Some backgrounds will remain exclusively male or female. Okay. Sure. We're not going to skip the campaign tutorial. You will gradually unlock camping activities and visiting towns useful for your first playthrough. Wait. Oh, camp tutorial. If disabled, you will gradually unlock camping activities by visiting towns useful for your first playthrough. Sure. Bleeds count as kills. If enabled, kills by bleeding out are granted to the actor who caused the bleed. Well, obviously. Distance scaling is, if enabled, enemies will be stronger the further they spawn from civilization. Begins at 14 tiles from the nearest town. Enemies spawned at 28 tiles will be twice as strong. Nah, I like it more randomized. Recruit scaling, world economy. Settlements will actively trade items and resources and can grow or decline in value. That's also the thing. Like, we can, if one settlement has an abundance of food, for instance, they obviously can sell that at a lower price. So I can buy that, and then I go to a town that recently got raided, for instance, and they are starving for supplies, and they will buy them at double or triple the price. You know, that's also a cool thing about this. That's why, you know, it doesn't matter where you are in the map. The game still keeps going. Okay, we apply that. Oh wait, what was recruit scaling? If enabled, new recruits will gain levels based on the levels in your party and your renown in the world. Okay, so they scale. Yeah, okay, they scale with you. No, it's more randomized if it isn't, I think. Okay. Here we go. We start out with Battle Bros. Let's see where this goes. And you're gonna see how deep not only the battle thing is, that's obviously like the main thing because Battle Brothers, but also how deep the fucking, you know, hiring mercenaries and everything else that is going on in the world basically goes. It's insane. And also like every detail that you have, like we're gonna have like when you get a mercenary, obviously it's like, you know, you want to see what he's good at, you want to see what his background is, and then also when you buy him, you also see like the guy could be, I don't know, like depressive. So every time something goes bad, you know, that affects him, and then he has like less of a hit chance and stuff like that, you know. It goes like that in depth, which I really like about this. So it's not just the battle. It's also like what comes before and obviously also after the battle that affects everything in this game. And here we are, everyone. The last battle. It all went wrong. 2 days ago, the company was hired to track down Hoggard the Weasel from Trilogy Media and his band of raiders. But it was them who found you first, an ambush. Some joke about horses cut short by an arrow to the throat. Arrows shooting in from everywhere and nowhere. Man holler and scream, I'll if you hear me, a great volume before death. As the hail subsides, you draw your weapon with the rest of the men, only to collapse to your knees. An arrow has punctured your side. Well, not to the knee at least. You shout out in pain. A hurried glance sees the men charge without you to make a valiant last stand, met in force as steel clashes with steel. You meet eyes with the captain, a last nod before his throat is cut. You're left in command now of what few men remain. Trembling in pain, you lean on your sword, and with the will, you can master, slowly rise again. To the end. We're going into battle right away. And this is basically how the game looks and works. So, obviously, we see at the top right here, we see our allies. We are 3, and the opponents, which are also 3. We can center the camera around like, basically we can, or we can't, wait. Oh, I just pressed something. Whoops. That was the wrong button. But we can move around with the arrow keys. I actually pressed WASD and I think I just skipped my turn. We can also shift the camera. So we are highlighted, basically, or we highlight the one that is coming up next. We see on the bottom, if you played Final Fantasy X, it's like, you know, depending on initiative, depending on how fast we are. That's how the character basically works. We attack with this one next. And then after we press this, we end the turn. And then that is the first round over. And then it starts with the second round. And then we see the order in which we can basically, or which the characters can start their turn. We can raise camera level right here, which basically shows us if there is an elevation or not. We can also show and hide trees, which I think it is. Yeah, as you can see, these block line of sight. So, you know, we can make them visible or a little bit transparent. This one was the backlights. Oh yeah, the backlights basically for the... I'm gonna put them on. Basically showing you what are like obstacles. We have to go around them. We have hit point bars, which we can toggle on or off. And we can also retreat from combat right here. And then open a menu, obviously. So, we attack with this one right here. Next, we have action points. This guy has 9 action points. Every time we do something, it costs action points. So, for instance, we have like different types of lands also. This is stone. Costs 2 action points and 4 fatigue to traverse through this. And we have grassland, costs 2 AP and also 4 fatigue to traverse. So, if I left click, we can see the further I go, the more action points I obviously use. So every tile is 2. So if I go here, that's 2 AP. If I go here, that's 4. So if we subtract 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5. We would be left with 5 action points. That's the first thing. Then we have different attacks depending on what weapons we have. This guy has an axe, so we can split man. And a slow overhand attack performed with full force to split a target from top to bottom has enough force that it always hits both head and body for additional damage. Costs 6 AP, and also builds up 15 fatigue. Fatigue is down here. We are at 0. If this is full, obviously we can't do anything and he falls over from exhaustion or something. The morale, obviously, every time someone dies, the morale drops. And for some enemies, it could be that the morale is so low that they just try to run away. And then we can either hunt them down or we, you know, let them leave. If we hunt them down, obviously, we can take their gear and stuff. We have head armor, body armor, and then also the hit point bar. So we have different attacks. Obviously, we have to split man. You also see how much damage it inflicts to hit points and also to armor. We see that the chance... if we hit or not, this has a 99% chance to decapitate the target on hits to the head that are killing blows, and 50% chance to disembowel the target on hits to the body that are killing blows. Hits both head and body for additional damage. We have round swing, which basically is a cleave. We, you know, swing the axe around. It says be careful around your own men unless you want to relive your payroll. So yeah, obviously that also hits our own guys. 6 AP and builds 35 fatigue. Can hit up to 6 targets, which is beautiful. And we have split shield, which basically destroys a shield if the enemy has one. The thing is, if we go for split man, while we might kill the guy, it also completely destroys his armor. So if we want to keep the armor, we don't have a flail here, but if you would have a flail, we could basically use the flail, decapitate the guy, and then obviously there would be the armor still intact. If we use split man, that's most unlikely. And I think armor also blocks. But I actually only see these 2 guys. This guy retreated. Hogger the Weasel, the guy that we actually want to run down here. And we also see the equipped items. We see like his stats also here. I think I skipped like 1 or 2 turns from my guys. But for this guy, I'm just gonna go spacebar, do nothing with him. For him, he has a spear, so we can thrust, which is a basic attack. We can put up a spear wall. Prepare to immediately attack any opponent that attempts to move into melee range, and on hit, prevent that opponent from closing in. Targets will receive half the damage of a normal thrust attack. Then we have knockback. Basically, when they come close, we knock them back. And then we have shield wall, which is just basically to protect us, as it says right here. The shield is raised to a protective stance until next turn. Allies using shield wall next to each other further increase their protection by overlapping their shields. So we have an archer right here. This, we see Ovar, this guy, goes next, but I think I'm going to place myself here. I don't think he might be able to attack. I'm gonna put him down so he doesn't get run down by the thug here. I'm gonna put up a spear wall. I could also, you know, push him back, but I'm gonna stand my ground here. I'm gonna do nothing. I'm gonna wait for them to come in. He didn't do anything. Okay, of course he goes for the archer. Makes sense. So now we move back a little bit with him. Oh, wait. Okay, we are close to him, which is a problem. I'm not gonna do anything. If I try to move away, he might hit me. I waste AP. That's a problem. I'm gonna just skip that. And I think Hoggard, the weasel, just ran away. Great. Okay, so we're gonna move over here. And now, well, I don't have any AP to attack. Gonna go for him then. We're gonna surround him. And now, if I go for thrust, we see right here we have a 46% chance to hit. We get a bonus, 20% because of thrust, 5% because the guy is surrounded. However, he minus 15% because he's armed with a shield. And up here is basically the dice roll. So if I just go for a thrust here, bam, we hit him. And it says, okay, it says right here, hit for 25 damage and has been destroyed, the robe. Okay, so the robe is something we can't loot from him. Body is hit for 6 damage. This is basically the dice rolls that we have up here. So we can go for a shoot bolt. We have, well, we can't do it. Or can we? We can. 29% chance to hit even though it's right in front of me. Or 16% chance to hit. He fucking dodged it. And now what I have to do is I have to reload it, which costs 4 AP. But I don't have that because I have 3. So I'm just gonna skip that. And I have no AP with him left. Or not enough. So I'm just gonna do that. Okay. We might lose our fucking archer here, which is a problem. We're gonna reload. Oh, we can't. Oh, we don't have any bolts left, I think. Well, that's fucking... He's fucking useless then. Let's try to split man. Kill this guy. And he dodged it. Nice. Go for a thrust. Blocked it. Thrust. Oh my god. Yeah, our archer is useless. We dodged twice. 3 times. 4 times. Jesus Christ, the guy. He might not be able to do anything, but goddamn. And he dodged again. There we go. That's a hit. Okay, blocked it. Okay. The guy is dancing. Jesus. Oh my god, okay. Okay, split this guy. Come on. There we go. There we go. So we see we have a chance of 32 and we rolled a 24. So I think that's a D90 probably. Yeah, we're going to move down here. And here. Okay. Okay, keep dancing, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Good shit, good shit, good shit. He doesn't have a shield, so I'm just going to split him. Oh, yeah. No armor to protect him either. Let's go. Thrust. Got him. And Hogger just bolted off. Okay. The enemy was destroyed in 6 rounds. We can see what we can loot. We can get a hatchet. And we can get a wooden shield. We also have bandages. We can take everything here. Okay. Now we're going to leave. The aftermath. You're alive. You won. The adrenaline fades and, well, actually, Hogger left, but okay. And in its wake, you can't help but sink back to the ground. So gritting your teeth, you snap the arrow's shaft. Your chest heaves. Painful breath. Everything blurs. The company has been devastated, cut down to but a few men. And that bastard, Hoggard, did justice to his name, fleeing like the weasel he is. What now, Captain? A voice says from behind. It's Orvar, who sits down beside you, bending his bloodied axe on his legs. You turn to him to reply, but before you can answer, he continues, Bernard's dead. They slit his throat. He was a good man and a damn good leader, but all it took was one mistake. That makes you the one in charge now, don't it? Hugo joins the two of you, still breathing heavily, then Hearthgate the wolf. Save the ceremony and anointments for another day. Let's give the men a good burial and Return to Neufahren to collect our pay. The weasel's men are slain after all. Besides, Captain, we ought to see that wound before we lose you too. Wouldn't want to leave Hugo in charge, right? So be it. So we can, whoops, hold on. I think we can, yeah, pause the game. So basically what we can do here, we can obviously lock the camera. We can also center the camera. We can also camp, which we're going into later. We have obituary. I think this is where we can see all of the ones that we have lost, which obviously, since we have taken command, no one lost just yet. We can also show factions and relations. These are basically the noble houses and our standing with them. We also see like the main guys that run the thing. If I just look around here, we have Felswall here. This is basically the map that we play with, like this entire thing. We see the south here, and actually the north is really goddamn small. Okay. And this is basically our quest icon. This is where we have to go to Neufahren. The thing is, I think it was, no, that wasn't it. Was it I? Yeah, it was I. So here we can see like the, our team. I'm just gonna call this guy Sick. The Sickness. Obviously that is, you know, but actually this is the guy in charge, isn't it? Well, I guess that would be me then. Sure. The Negan. Whoops. Because we are the saviors after all. And then we have Orvar. This is going to be Sick. The Sickness, you know, from some of my playthroughs. And the rest I'm actually going to be naming after characters from games that we have played. And just as I thought, obviously to shoot a crossbow or a bow, you need a goddamn arrows, and we didn't get anything, so that's we got one bolt, and that was it. An archer. Well, actually, I was thinking like maybe the Morrowind thing, like the Morrowind character that we played way back in the day. Is there anyone with a... Well, I mean, I fucking love crossbows, but... Well, I'm gonna leave you at Hugo for now. Actually, you know what? You might also know him from my channel. That's gonna be good old Alfie, as we call him. So, we looted a hatchet. We obviously have like different armor types that we can put on. We also see like all of the stats down here. We go into that once we level up. We have a Fangshire. Maximum fatigue -2. 20 armor per 1 weight. Allows the wearer to see at night and negates any penalties due to nighttime. That would be really good actually for him. So I'm going to put that on you. Or can I? Oh, wait. Is that item to be salvaged? Well, it's 40 out of 40. I thought it was... Wait. I can't put it on you for some reason, but I would... Ah, here we go. Well, I'll say, because it makes sense, you know, for an archer, obviously. Okay. We have our heavy hitter. We have the woodcutter's axe. Damage 35 to 70. And this one... Oh, way less, actually. We also have a shield here. Obviously, that's a dual wielder. Okay. Okay, we have 2 stars in ranged. 2 stars in melee for our melee guy. Okay. What do we have here? Traveler stash. 1 accessory slot usable in combat. Provides +3 stash space. I mean... Accessory? Here we go. Oh yeah, also, the thing is like, you know, we see our attacks obviously with the weapon that we have. And also, we have here background companion. He's bright. He's gluttonous. And he is dissatisfied at 41%. That's perfect. That also obviously joined seductive. That's true. And also loyal. And we as the leader are an optimist. The glass is half full. Exactly. +5 resolve and positive morale checks. We have lucky has a 10% chance to have any attacker require 2 successful attack rolls in order to hit. Nice. Nice. That is amazing. Okay. Good shit. We can also see the perks that is coming up basically when we level up, however. So first things first, let's go to Neufahren right here. We can also speed up the time if we want to. Giant's Slopes. We definitely have to go to Felswall then. Return to Neufahren. What a sorry display it must be for the onlookers as you arrive in Neufahren, 4 bloodied and 3. And beaten mercenaries down on their luck. It's 3. Alright. The man who hired the company days ago, Frey the Steward, no doubt expected you to return in a more glorious fashion. Still, he welcomes you to his house and offers bread and wine while a servant fetches a healer. Few words are exchanged except for the occasional grunt and wheeze as an elderly man with shaky hands tends your wounds. A pin pierces your skin, the first of many stitches to come. You grit your teeth till you think you hear one break. Frey the Steward sits beside you and asks you if you took care of Hoggart. You shake your head. We killed his men, but the weasel eluded our blades in the end. The healer waves around a glowing fire poke, suggesting he wants to push it into your wound. You nod and he does so for a moment. That's all there is. You're not a man, but a pinch of fire, fresh from flame, a golem of pain. Frey the Steward hands you a goblet of wine. You did well, sellsword. The brigands have been removed, though it is a shame that Hoggart still lives. Frey the Steward gasps. Well, naturally, 400 crowns as agreed upon. He gestures towards a servant who rushes you to your side with a pay in hand. I wonder, may I make use of your services one more time? I'd very much like you to end the headache that is Hoggart once and for all. And I would pay you again, of course, another 400 crowns, shall we say. Signa Signet scoffs and returns to drink more wine, but Lovejoy and the Negan stands to speak. Yes, the company is in ruin, but we will rebuild it. Without the saviors, there you go, Signa Sickness would drink the crowns away and end up begging on the streets. And Stronzo, by the gods, we all know he'd go chasing the woman folk until one stove his rotted head in. We need the saviors. It's all we have. Won't you say, Captain? Stick the Sickness burps and raises his cup to you. Stronzo playfully thumbs his nose and nods. Kill that bastard Hoggart or not, it's up to you, Captain. Okay, so now we can actually choose, and we obviously fucking finish this guy. Frey the Steward claps his hand in satisfaction. Excellent. My little birds will need some time to find where Hoggart is hiding, where Hoggart is hiding his hide now. In the meantime, I suggest you see about stocking up on supplies so that you'll be good and ready to end this when the time comes. I shall see you in a few days' time at the latest. As you leave Frey the Steward's house and stand on the outskirts of Neufahren, Lovejoy and the Negan seeks a word with you. Well, that's me. We need more men, Captain. I know I give a big speech back there, but bravado won't do shite. We need more warm bodies in the ranks. Figure we find 3 good men, buy them some decent weapons, and dress them in the best armor we can afford. The man pauses to glance around. I bet this Bodunk town's got a desperate peasant or 2 looking for a new life, or we could travel to Tiefenmark in the north. Them city folks aren't always as hardy as these county bumpkins, but we are more likely to find men with fighting experience stopping to rest there. We shall do. Let's go to Neufahren though. We are already here. So here in towns, it depends. We have we also have 3 contracts. We have a Fletcher offering all kinds of expertly crafted ranged weaponry. Oh, hell yeah. So we can obviously sell shit. Also here, 3k. How much do we have? 4,400. So, okay, yeah. We have armor-piercing bolts and just ammunition. 50 units of assorted ammunition, arrows, bolts, and javelins. Used automatically to refill your quivers after battle. Your quivers, but not on my bolts. So I'm gonna... Well, actually, I'm gonna buy them. I guess. Right-click. I'm also gonna buy some bolts. We have a sling and a short bow. Okay. So we can also go to the marketplace to see what they have. We have some ground grains. The thing is, this is obviously food, but if we only give them 1 food, that also drops their morale because they eat the same thing over and over again. And So we want to spice things up. We get some dried roots and berries. That should be enough. We can also get some different weapons here. A sickle. I mean, yeah, boy, actually. Wooden stick, that's a baseball bat. Would make sense for Negan, you know. Wooden stake. A handsaw. This is getting grim. Goddamn. Warfork. Wooden pitchfork. Okay. We also obviously have different kind of armor. Woodcutter's axe. We have that. Infantry axe. Okay, so assortment of different kind of stuff. And this one gives buffs, I would assume. We're gonna hire some guys, though. So this is basically all the ones that they have. Oh, this guy looks good. Really expensive. So we see basically his traits. Unknown character perks and unknown character traits. However, we see he has a bow and he has a hunter, I guess. It's called Burton Ildis. And this guy costs 640 up front if we hire him. And then he costs 10 gold every day, which is a lot. Okay. But we want to get something that is really cheap at the beginning. And this guy looks good. Can't see his background, though. Okay, he's a tailor. We can also go for a tryout, but I'm gonna hire you. Herb costs 18 every day. That's even more than the archer. This guy's really well equipped, but also costs a lot. So you have a hammer. Okay, I'm gonna get Franz. And also I'm gonna get you. Fuck it. Got an archer. Let's see. So this guy has absolutely goddamn nothing. So we need to... Actually, I'm gonna give you this axe. You have 1 star in melee, 1 in range defense, and also 1 in resolve. Okay. Check this guy out. We have Burton Ildis. Double in initiative. So he's fast, which is good. That helps. Okay. The thing is, like, I want to also make sure that everyone has, like, a knife. Like, especially for the ranged guys, so they can actually defend themselves in battle. We need to heal him somehow. Can I apply, like, bandages this way? Oh, okay. I just put this in the thing. Gotcha. Clean bandages can be used in combat to apply pressure to bleeding wounds and stop any hemorrhaging. Actually, I'm gonna give that to you, yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay. That just gets added when I have this thing, and yeah, okay. So we can use bandages in this one. Or with this one when we have it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's everyone we need. One guy definitely needs a little bit of something to defend himself. Militia glaive. Got him. Wooden spear. Militia spear? Spears are good. Yeah. I'm gonna buy some repair tools also and supplies. Because we're definitely gonna be needing that. Hand wraps. Sure. Let's also buy a little bit more quality wood. Cooking spices, 370. Goddamn. So you also see when we hover over this, they sell this for 59 and usually it's worth 60. So you can also see how, if they basically rip you off or something. Yeah, this one. This is worth 200 and they buy this for 292. I mean, what? We buy this for 1 more. Let's get... Yeah, I'm gonna get this. And this is worth 24, 25. Buy it for 24, sure. Let's get a knife. Yeah, it's better than a shank. Yeah. Okay. So let's equip our guy. Yeah, this guy comes with a hammer. There's our ranged guy. Okay, he has a knife. I don't have to equip this, I don't think. I want to give you a malicious. Yeah, I'm going to give you a malicious spear here. There we go. Actually, what do I get with this? Nothing. Okay. Okay, the guy is quick, determined, will start combat at confident morale. Good. In good spirit, 65%. Okay, double grip. With a second hand free, the character can get a firm grip on his weapon and inflict additional damage. Plus 25% damage. Good, good, good. Okay. What do we have with you? Pessimists. Good mood fades away faster. Resolve at negative morale checks. Great. He's also quick. Was a poacher before. And you are superstitious. Minus 90 resolve at morale checks against fear, panic, or mind control effects. Nyctophobia. Okay. Well, we don't fight during nighttime anyways. So that's alright. And he was a... I was gonna say day trader. A day tailor. Okay. So we can basically take some contracts here. We have taking action. You already have a contract. Oh, never mind. Then we can't. So I think if we leave... Oh. Visit Tafelmark north of Neufarn. Recruit at least 3 more men. Well, we did. Buy weapons and armor for your men. We also did that. Or do I need to buy more? Well, we have to go to Tiefenmark. Let's go. If we just click on this, they basically take like the ideal route, which right here is through the dusky forest, but usually along like the trading route, so we don't run into anything sus. Along the way, as Tiefenmark Skylines appears on the horizon, Strunzo seeks a word with you. Never been to Tiefenmark before, but I've been around ones that look a lot like it. Cities like these are great for selling goods, as all those prissy, pompous pricks, nice, love to have their goods delivered. With so many merchants, you can find almost everything you need too. Keep an eye out for bargains, don't get swindled by them cutthroat merchants. Cygnus sees fit to add his own opinion of what you should do. If there's a good tavern, I say that's where we should go to first, obviously. Nothing helps a man down on his luck more than a good pint. Gods know we earned it. Strunzo shakes his head. You say that every time we step into town. You say that even when you're already drunk. Well, I'm gonna give you guys a round, obviously. Let's go. And now we also have to travel back right away. Lots of contracts here. Okay, here we have terrified villagers. Buying items for 25% less and selling items also for more. Of unknown horrors. Fewer potential recruits are to be found in the streets, and people deal less favorably with strangers. Those formerly in the business of graves are rightfully seeking the new employment upon resolution. This will refresh the hiring in town. And they have ambush trade routes, so that's probably why they are terrified. So they also have less taxidermists. Useful items from all kinds of beast trophies that you bring. Okay, cool. All right. We can hire. We have a marketplace. We have a temple. Have your wounds treated. You have no wounded in your ranks. Well, I do have one. We have an armorer. So he sells, obviously, armor. So that's specifically for that. Oh, 681. It's worth 300. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's a lot, actually. The tavern. Pay for a round to get the patrons to share more news and rumors. I'm gonna pay a round for our guys. Let's go. Dado gets eager. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Marketplace. Worth 90. They sell it for 172. Yeah, they don't take it for... They also, like, goddamn, this is like, these prices are shit. Like, absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna buy this, though. I kind of want to get something from the armor, actually. But the thing is, like, we can come back here later and then make sure that we secure the trade route. So maybe they're, like, not fucking ripping me off with their fucking prices here. Well, we got some armor. You all have, like, the basic stuff. Light wounds. Gets treated in 3 days, as you see here.
Well, this gives you armor. So, bam. But actually, you go into... Wait, this is weight 3. This is pretty much the same, but I'm going to give you this. And you get this. Yeah, this is definitely better. Everyone else looks fine. Okay. Let's keep trucking. Obviously, it can be that we have like random events. There's like a supply caravan, trading caravan. We can attack them. Oh, we have peasants here. We can also attack them if we want to. If I press control. We see also here farmers, craftsmen, pilgrims, or other peasants on their way between settlements. There are several peasants and a few monks. They come from Dunkelwald. Oh, from all the way up there. We could ambush them and kill them, but given that it's peasants and monks, they probably don't have anything that we need. Trader Steward is pacing back and forth when you find him. The healer who'd damn near killed you with the fire poke is standing nearby. He's picking chunks of dried blood out of his fingernails. Afraid the steward claps his hands. Finally, you here. I have good news. We got hold of one of Hoggard's former men. My good friend here had a nice little talk with the man, and I know where Hoggard's licking his wounds. The healer clears his throat, splaying his fingers out like a maiden looking to paint them. He speaks as though he's identifying a disease he is about to excise. The brigand known as Hoggard is hiding in a small hut in the forest to the northwest of here. Based upon my most civil discussion with one of his men, Hoggard knows the Saviors is on his heels and will have gathered more men since the last time you met him. Nodding, Trader Steward waves you off. Good luck. Sellsword. Okay. Can we hire more guys? Still the same guys. Okay. Okay, where is he? Okay, he's hiding out in the rich meadow. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go close to the place. Sure. Oh, and there are people or someone trucking along here. So obviously when it's currently we have midday, but I think it's gonna become night soon. And during the night, obviously, it's not good to fight because we camp up here. Simply because of the fact that we see less, and that is bad for the people that like for the archers mostly. So let me see. So I think we can put someone in a healing tent. Yeah, there we go. We also have repair tent where we can repair stuff basically. I think I can. Whoops. Hold up. Now that's... How can I... No. Wait. Ah, here we go. Repair tent. I'm gonna put myself in there, I think. There we go. Salvage. Oh, salvage. I think we can just find stuff. Who was the poacher? Ah, yeah, it was you. Patrol station. We definitely need one so we don't get ambushed. So that's gonna be the guy that drinks all the time. Training grounds. Fletcher arrows, bolts. Ammunition of war. Well, actually, no, not you, because you're getting healed. Put Dido in there. Camp kitchen. Yeah, I think that's everything, actually. Did I put you anywhere? I didn't. Oh, we are sorted from best to worse. Great, I'm all the way down there. Nice. Okay. Alright. That's saved. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna camp out here. After a well-deserved rest, the company sergeant hands you a report from the previous night activities. You were at camp for 0 hours on the plains. Back to camp. Is it still... Yeah, okay. Okay, I want to wait out the day a little bit. Oh wait, I have no repairs queued. Let me see. 4 hours on the plains. You created 2 units of ammo. And Stronzo healed 8. Let me see. I can't configure anything. Wait. Repair tent. Here we go. Okay. Let's repair this. Okay. That's how we do it. Okay. Plastic surgeon, so we can change our appearance here if we want to. We're gonna leave it as it is for now. Painting. Oh, we can also repaint our shit. That's cool. Okay. Actually, it's midday. I think we can leave. Time to get moving. Okay, afternoon. That should work. The scout reports that he has seen the following. We see the terrain. We see the banner. This is gonna what they would be waving. We have a few brigand thugs and a brigand poacher. Engage. Let's go into battle. Okay. So we're gonna move in here. Let's see if I can reach. I can't. I think I'm gonna put up spear wall here. I don't want to get too close to the guy. Oh, this guy has a flail. I would like that. Okay, what do you have? You have batter. A strike that can be felt through the thickest of armor and will leave a lasting mark. Or destroy armor. Put myself in front of my archer. Destroy armor. Sick. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go behind you guys. Now can you go for a quick shot or an aimed shot? A focused and carefully aimed shot with a good outlook of hitting its intended target, even at a distance, cannot be used while engaged in melee, obviously. And quick shot with a little time used for drawing and aiming. Accuracy drops sharply with distance. So what is it? 50% chance. Okay, and if I go for marked, that's a 62% chance. Ooh, the flail guy is a little bit scary. At 11%. I'm gonna go with this. Lovely. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Okay. Now, we can use bandages for him, but I don't think we need to. I'm gonna go back a little bit with you. Let's see. 58% chance to hit. 8%. And obviously right here we have probably 0. We can't even aim at him. Oh, hit him. Hit him. That's how we go. We have to reload, but obviously we don't have enough action points to do that. The thing is, now we can see here he has a pierced hand. So that's -20 to melee skill and -20 to ranged skill. Oh, he has actually 9 lives, which means if it would be the killing blow, I think he survives at 1 HP. I think that was the perk that he has here. Okay, that was good. That was really good. Okay, now it's my time to shine. Let's go in here, set up a spear wall. And we're gonna let them come to us. This guy basically can't do anything because he has to cover some distance because he can't see anyone here. Gonna get closer. Let's have to get closer with him eventually. Here he goes. Okay. Oh, we don't have enough. Okay. Never mind then. Yeah, we just keep on trucking. Move here. We spend all our AP for this turn, basically, so... Yeah. Next round. Oh, okay. Good. That flail has some range. Goddamn. Okay. We hit you before. Actually, I have to reload first. Okay. So it's a 9% chance to hit and a 59. Yep. He's wavering also, which is good. I could try to take an aim shot here. Ah, missed. Okay. Too bad. Okay, I'm gonna try to kill this guy off. Round swing, no. Split shield. You have a shield. Lovely. Shield's gone. Which also means we can't loot it, obviously. That's like the downside to that. Do I move in? Yeah. I can't hit him from here yet, though. Spear wall. If he decides to come closer. That's the guy I want to do it with. Okay. Destroy armor. Missed. Damn it. Okay, we're going in. Shit. Great. We missed. Okay, he hit my archer. Okay, I think we spent all our AP, so we just finished the round. Okay, switched weapons. Nice. Nice. You guys are doing it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move here. Stronzo's gonna deal with this guy, and our Burdenildis is gonna deal with the Brigand Thug here. We reload. Let's see, 57% chance to hit. Lovely, good. Good, good, good. Missed twice. Also good. Let's move on over here. 50% chance, aim shot 62. Aim shot. Beautiful. Okay. Split this guy. Hell yeah. Good shit. Okay. Let's try to catch this guy. The only guy left. Oh, actually, I can move all the way to him. There you go. And he can't attack now. He has to switch to his knife because obviously I'm in melee range here. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, I'm gonna come around from this way. He's basically surrounded at this point. Okay, I can't attack just yet. He could decide to leave. He doesn't. Okay, that's a death sentence, my dude. How much do I need to shoot? I need 4 AP. This would be enough. 10% chance. Huh? Yeah, I have to shoot over the debris here. It's gonna come down from down here. Surrounded. And now that we have him surrounded, that basically drops his morale. And he's not fleeing, which is interesting. Oh, really? Good. Okay. Let's go batter him. There you go. Okay, we're gonna come around. Ah! Yeah, try to escape now. Like, there's no way out. No, I'm gonna run you down, dude. You're not even getting out. That's the thing, if I let him run, then, you know, I don't get his armor. Or, I mean, I don't get his armor anyways because we destroyed this guy. What do we get? Ooh, dried fruits. We get beer. We get crowns, obviously. My god. Tools and supplies, ammunition, some armor. Oh, reinforced mail shirt on Gamebison. Okay. We have a cap. We have militia, glaive, knife, flail, short bow, signet ring. Yeah, that's just like basically for selling it, I guess. 5 rounds. That was a good one. After the battle, Hoggard lies dead in a pool of his own blood, skewered into a grotesque and panicked pose. He didn't weasel his way out of this one. You put up a boot on his corpse and look to your men for the company. For all the men who have fallen. Stronzo spits on a dead man's face. Let's take this bastard's head and get back to New Farm. I like the way you're thinking. It's also... oh, actually, we are all... Light wound, 1 day, 1 day. Everyone 1 day. Yeah. Oh, we have a pierced chest. So that could be a lasting thing. We can also lose an ear, for instance. And that's a cool thing, you know, like they basically take all of the stuff, like for instance right here, you have a pierced chest that is like 3 to 4 days, but it could be like a permanent thing. As I mentioned, you know, one guy could lose his ear, and that's just, you know, build some character, like, you know, form a bond with your bros. Everyone is in good spirits. He's eager, good spirit. He's content, okay, content, and also content. Gotcha. So we all need 1 day to recover. Also, yeah, Stronzo is back to also 1 day, which is good. I want to get one more guy in the front row and give him the flail, because I fucking love the flail. We need a little bit more ammo, it seems. I don't know where all the bolts went. Did we fire 10 bolts? I kind of doubt that, because there was 5 rounds. Okay, this also the symbol right here. I think that means that every time we camp, basically, we repair it. Okay, who needs some protection? You definitely do. You're a heavy hitter. I think I'm gonna give you... Am I gonna give you that? Yeah, I'm gonna give you this. Good shit. Well, you're still good. Everyone else is still good. Okay. Militia Glaive, though, I mean, I could change that, I think. 25 to 30 damage. Yeah, absolutely. Go on. Glaive Slash. 4 AP. Builds up 10 fatigue. Gotcha. I'm just giving myself a knife here. Short bow. Is that better? That's the same. That's the same, yeah. But ours is in better condition, though. Our shield is still looking good. That's better than a wooden shield for Sheezy. Okay. Obviously, if I decide not to equip anything here, then he double grips, I think. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, and now double grip is gone. But with a shield, I get obviously the knockback and I get the shield wall. And obviously, I think this also deals less damage if I equip a shield. It doesn't say it right here, but I mean, yeah, plus 25% damage if I double grip it. As I mentioned, this game is deep. I love it. Okay, we're gonna go to Tiefenmark next. Like now, basically, this is like the tutorial. It's always the same. It's always the weasel that we have to kill. We're gonna go about that. I'm gonna go to back, and after that, I'm gonna go to Tiefenmark because now it's basically open season. We go wherever we want to, and Tiefenmark, we can help the city, so the prices drop to a reasonable fucking level, and then I can also get some people because I didn't even check who we can hire there. Stronzo joins your side. Got a moment, Captain? You're not for him to speak his mind. The battle has left some gear worse for wear, and some men got a good nicking too. We can patch up both men and equipment while marching, but it's a lot faster to set down and do it. Of course, if we make a camp, we should be wary of ambushes. A campfire in these parts can be seen from, well, I'll keep it in mind, but we did that basically already, so we just walk it off, you know? Got a company from Neufahren. Going somewhere to Tiefenmark, it seems. Return to Neufahren. The company returns to Neufahren as victors. Their heads held much higher this time. The saviors are not the size that they once were, but they are still a force to be reckoned with, as Hoggart learned in his final moments. You carry his head in a sack that you empty in front of Frey, the steward's feet. He jumps back, but the healer quickly picks the head up, stares at it, and nods. Frey the steward approaches the brigand's bloodied face and eyes it carefully. Yes, yes, that's his ugly mug, all right. Servants, pay this man his money. Coin in hand, you raise your voice to the men. As long as there is blood coursing through our veins, as long as we can hold sword and shields, there shall stand our company. All through the realm, people will know the saviors. Exactly. The men cheer, Love Giant. The Negan puts his hand on your shoulder. Well, it's me. You did well, Captain. No matter where you lead us, the men will follow you as brothers. in battle. That's why the game is called Battle Brothers.